Shalom Berakuth Mishpacha, peace and blessings, family. In this video, I want to talk about a vision that I had about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. For context, as a construction worker, we got to the end of this building. So it was done, but there was still no lights. I didn't really have much work to do. The building was already complete. They recently just moved me over to, the fence. We're building gates and, the fence around the whole plant. But before that, I had nothing to do at the old, building I was constructing. And so with that being said, I said, I'm bored. I don't want to just be caught on my phone or anything. I'm just going to go meditate and pray to the Most High. Go into the building. It's completely dark in there, really quiet. Love it. Went inside one of the rooms in the building, closed the door, locked the door, prayed to the Most High, said, Yahuwah, I'm about to meditate. Show me a vision, please. And please show me David. I just want to see David. And, I want to kind of know, is he here right now? Is he a child right now? Is he a baby right now? I just want to know, I'm tired of this captivity. I just want to know where we're at. So anyway, I started meditating and it's so dark, guys. It's so dark and quiet. It's perfect. And I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. My eyes closed, my body's still. And then, when you do that long enough, I don't know if everybody will experience this, but I know every time I do this long enough, you start seeing stuff in your head. That's visions, man. What's happening is the more your lungs are working, pumping oxygen to the blood into the brain, the more your brain starts producing something known as dimethyltryptamine, also known as DMT. Now, this is the same thing that makes you have dreams. Think about what you're doing when you're sleeping, right? Your eyes are closed, you're being still, and you're just breathing. So what's going to happen is you have a dream, you go into a REM sleep. But see, when you meditate, the same exact thing happens. You're breathing, you're staying still, except you're still conscious, so you're still aware of all your surroundings and everything. And then you start dreaming while you're awake, which I call a vision. And I prayed to the Most High before I did this. And what happened was, first thing I saw was a woman. Now this woman, she was looking pretty rough. She was wearing this black tank top, wife beater type shirt, muscle shirt, and her hair wasn't really done. And she was just going off and just looking ghetto. I ain't even gonna lie, just looking ghetto. And I'm confused, like, why am I seeing this? Is this David's mom or what's going on? But then it transferred, the dream kind of faded into another vision where now I'm seeing a whole bunch of Israelite women and they're now dressed in these beautiful garments. They're all wearing dresses. They're all wearing fringes on those dresses. They're all just looking very beautiful. They're rejoicing too. Like I see them kind of like dancing and praising the Most High. That being said, what I understood from that is Yahuwah is going to heal the daughter of Zion and perhaps the entire nation, because the nation of Israel is many times in scripture just referred to as she, her, feminine pronouns, and even called a woman in some cases. So that being said, this might just be, the healing of the nation itself, going from this struggling state, this angry state, to a more rejoicing, prosperous state. That being said, the vision's still going on. I'm wondering, what does this have to do with David? But I'm just sitting there. I can end it at any point as well. I could just open my eyes and it's done. I said, let me just wait, let him cook. So I just continue into this meditation. And eventually what happens is I'm starting to see a whole bunch of Israelite women specifically. Again, it most likely just represents the nation as a whole, leaving up out of their jobs. In this particular case, it was an office building. So far cry from what I do, but it was an office building, big, tall office building. It looked like we was on a high floor. And there was a whole bunch of these Israelite women coming out of the doors of this office building. And they're all wearing these fringes and dresses. And You know, it looks like they're just honestly just trying to brag on the heathen, you know, flex on the heathen. Because that's what's going to happen. We're going to, just like we spoiled the Egyptians, right? When we came up out of Mitzrayim, we had all the gold and the silver and all the earrings and jewelry. When we come out of this land, these nations around us are going to be economically deprived while we are going to be prosperous at that time. So it's going to be a similar thing that's going to happen. But I'm seeing a whole bunch of Israelite women leaving these office buildings and stuff, and they're happy. They're just pouring up out of them, and they're all like I said, you know, wearing like Israelite garments, fringes and everything like that. And I see children pouring out of the schoolhouses. There's little copper-colored children pouring up out of the schools, and then this is what I see. I see a congregation, and in that congregation, right, there's a whole bunch of people singing, and there is a little boy. So imagine you're at a church and there's a pulpit. So a little boy at the pulpit, and he's singing to the whole congregation. He's like, trust Yahuwah, trust Yahuwah. I'm not going to embarrass myself on video singing exactly how I sung, but he sounded really good. And the song was basically, the lyrics were trust Yahuwah. And the whole congregation was just lit up, just saying trust Yahuwah, trust Yahuwah. That was the song. When I saw this boy, he was probably like 8 or 9 years old. Not light skinned, not really dark skinned. And he had a low haircut. And he was singing he had a really good talent of singing. And he had this whole congregation of, you know, copper-colored people, by the way. They wasn't calling on JC. They wasn't calling on Christ. They wasn't saying the Son. They were saying trust Yahuwah, fam. So this was the Israelite congregation. People who knew who we are. People that know about our Elohim and know about our Torah. And there was a young boy who was just singing, praising the Most High in the presence of the congregation, had a great valor for the Most High, fam. A lot of zeal for righteousness. And when I saw that, that was the last part that I saw. And I knew that was David. Because I prayed, show me David, and that's the only male I seen for real. Everything else was women. I think the Most High did that just to let me know none of these people are going to be David. He's just trying to show me the nation of Israel, you know, the prophecy concerning Israel, the awakening, the healing, the gathering. I seen boys amongst the little children leaving the schools, but when I seen a singled out person, that was the only male specifically that was singled out in the vision. Okay, and y'all did that on purpose to leave no room for confusion. That being said, I knew that was David. I seen the Spirit of the Most High upon him. I seen how he had everybody just feeling that energy of righteousness. Now also, what's very interesting is during the Exodus, I was looking around at the technology. When I seen the people leaving the office buildings, like I said, I was looking around at the technology to kind of get some clues on when this is taking place. And what I seen was monitors, computers, cell phones. I looked up at the ceiling tiles. They look like regular ceiling tiles, regular doors, regular windows. Everything looks like 21st century stuff. Everything looks like modern day stuff. So I was thinking maybe that's going to happen, you know, not too long in the future when everything's going to look different, when everything is, you know, there's no more computers anymore, there's no more phones, you know, not, you know, way in the future when everything is just completely different. It's time that's kind of like today, right? There's still phones, there's still computers, there's still ceiling tiles, there's still all that stuff. So that just, you know, gave me a little clue, but the vision never answered to me, is David a baby? Is David a child? Is David a grown-up? It never answered that to me. We can say, well, the vision is telling you he's a child. But the thing about that is there a child right now in the Israelite congregation singing really good, really talented, and moving a whole congregation? And if so, if you guys know anything, I need proof of that. Send me a video, email, whatever. This looks like something in the future in my vision. So David might not be born yet. He could be born. He might be a baby. We don't know. But that's just the vision concerning David. It should be happening soon. You know, I got a lot of important information on this channel. I'm going to be talking about a lot of the different things that's happening in the world that's leading up to the Exodus. I want you guys to take my hand. I'm going to show you guys exactly what's going on, what's happening in the world, and how that corresponds to the gathering. And you know, just stay tuned for my other videos. I'm going to show you guys.
If you like to build your ruach or your spirit, you must like to build your health as well. Check out our website, J&R Eden Herbs, for all your holistic needs. We have over 100 quality products that include supplements, teas, soaps, incenses, tonics, and more at very affordable prices. Click our link in the description to heal yourself today.